One of the parts of audio creation, recording, that has really foxed people in the past is the processing. It's the noise reduction, the leveling. Well, you can see when you record something in Alitu here that there's a little spinning wheel. This has just been saved. And that means that that audio is currently processing. So that is all the cleanup that is applied automatically to your audio that's now finished already. So what does it apply? Do you need to even think about it? In actual fact, no, not really. Tools like Alitu, there's so much that they can do automatically now and clean up that we don't really have to worry too much about noise reduction, leveling, EQ, all of those things. So let me just run you through the settings that you have around the audio cleanup inside Alitu in particular. So you can see here that we have a few different things. Now, background noise runs automatically. So we've got background noise plus here. And if you hover over that, it talks about what it is. So it's intermittent sounds like a dog barking or a car driving past really fast or anything that is just intermittent that happens in the moment. The background noise that includes things like aircon, like fans, like your computer in the background, those kind of regular noises, they're always applied, even when you have nothing ticked here. So if you want to also apply background noise that reduces those external noises like bird cheeps or something like that, then you can click that to turn it on. In many cases, maybe you don't want to do that. Actually, maybe it's good to have a little bit of atmosphere. You're recording a podcast out in the forest or something like that, in which case you would turn off this extra background noise reduction. There's also breath sounds as well. So you can click to remove breath sounds. Now, you can try that on your own recordings. I tend to not put that in because better to use good mic technique, be a good distance from the mic. That's like around a fist or so. And that helps stop those breath sounds happening. And the ones that you do hear are more natural because as soon as you start taking out too much, you start to sound a little bit unnatural. You'll notice that a lot of the AI voices these days, they've added in things like breath sounds and stuff like that because that's what humans sound like. So don't remove anything that you don't think you really need to. Now, voice enhancement here is a really good one. Studio sound. So that does polish up your voice a little bit more than average. If you record in a really good setup with a really good mic, you might not need this, but it's another one worth trying. Turn it on, do a recording, turn it off, do another, and see how they compare, see if you like it. But it can really brighten up an average microphone or a less than stellar setup. Even when you've got a great mic, sometimes that can make you sound even better. So you could try that out. And bandwidth extension is an option that is around making quite low quality gear sound much better. So that refers to something like a phone call. So if you're recording somebody on the phone, you know, that kind of low quality, kind of, there's no bass, there's really small frequencies, frequency range in there. So bandwidth extension can extend that out and make you sound like you're in a real studio. So if you have a really low quality recording you want to try and fix, try turning that on and see what that can do for you. But that's the cleanup, the processing that is applied for you. These are all the things that are used to be done manually, really. The final one that's also done automatically in the background without you even having to turn it on is the leveling and the compression. So making your levels all much more regular, bringing you up to a good level so that you're quite standard. It does it to minus 19 LUFS, which is a kind of industry standard in podcasting and in video. So it'll bring you up to that level. It'll sort out all your volumes. It'll actually level it out a little bit as well, bring the louder parts and the quieter parts a little bit close together. You'll still get some dynamic range, but you'll get enough leveling to really make it so that you can be heard by anyone. So that and the noise reduction is done by default, and then you get these other options turned on if you choose to. So again, the great thing here is you don't need to be an audio engineer anymore in this world. Just use these types of tools that do it automatically. And actually we can just worry about the content then and not worry about the science.